7 66.
Hey, everybody, we're going to get started here in a few minutes. Just waiting for some more folks to get logged in. Stand by.
I used to think we were much more civilized back then. I agree, but I don't know what a Luddite is.
I think it's a little late. Yeah, well, they're not all bad, you know.
Well, any great invention can get hijacked or have its positives twisted. No. Unless it is or a substitute for actual human act or worse.
Well, you might be reaching for the fences on that one.
Yeah. Okay. Can anyone tell me a great story in your life that started with so-and-so was texting me and...
Number second.
Hey, everybody, we're going to get started here in just a few minutes. We're just waiting on some more folks to get logged in. Please stand by. All right, everybody, we're going to get started in about 1 or 2 minutes. Do me a favor, guys. If you guys can and you're able to put your camera on, please do. That way it's just an extra line of accountability, making sure everybody is able to stay focused. If you can't, no worries. I know some of you guys are logging in while you're driving or you're at work or whatnot, but if you can put your camera on, I'd appreciate it. And we're going to get started here in just about a minute or so. Also, make sure you have some good notes because we're going to be taking some notes tonight. All right, let's get started, everybody. How you doing this afternoon? Guys, go ahead and go in the chat and let me know if you guys can hear my voice. Also, if you can see the screen or see my camera, I'd appreciate it. Awesome. Thanks, Paul. All right. Thank you, guys. Okay, perfect. So listen, today what we're going to do, and I do know we have a lot of new people on, so welcome. If this is your very first Lunch and Learn, welcome, 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 guys. What I try to do on a weekly basis, like I said, we have an internal team training, and it's really just all about getting you focused on skill set development, okay? And our business model is very simple, okay? Two things that we do and two things we do only. Number one, we get customers through our online store, and then we build a team of people who get customers through our online store. We just continuously rinse and repeat that process. Now, sooner or later, every single one of us is going to have to build a cold market business, okay? So what does that mean? On one hand, you have warm market, okay? Now, warm market is people you know, friends and family, right? You know, people you work with. That's where we all start because it's easy, right? We already have some type of familiarity based and built with them. Now, sooner or later, we're all going to have to move to cold market, okay? Now, that said, I also want you guys to understand that we don't want to move to cold market too prematurely, okay? And so I think that sometimes people say that they feel better, they feel more confident with cold market for some reason. They're like, you know, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my family or maybe it's my past track record or my history or whatever it is. But no one in my family, nobody that I know really takes me serious as an entrepreneur. But when I talk to people I don't know, it's almost a lot easier because they just feel like, you know, there's a certain level of respect, just like you would respect any person. And so they actually just hear me out a little bit more when it's somebody who is a cold market person. And so that said, what I want you guys to understand is that right now, there is such an amazing time to be able to share the Viseo opportunity. You guys have no idea. There's so many people out there right now that are open, okay? We've just got to be the one to, like I keep saying, throwing the line in the water, okay? We've just got to be okay with saying, hey, I don't know if you're open, right? I don't know if you're open or looking. I don't know if you're open or looking. It's totally okay, by the way, for somebody to say no to you, okay? How many people on the line, okay, go into the chats, if you have had somebody say no to you about the Viseo opportunity, go ahead and put that in there. Say, I've had a no, right? Put that in the chat box. Let's see here. Yep, a lot of no's, right? I have had a no. Now, out of all of you guys that have had somebody say no to you, have any of you died after they said no to you? No, right? So we've got to get to this place where, first of all, we're not afraid to hear no, because there's as many people out there looking as there are people that aren't looking. And either way, that's okay. So what I want to do today is I want to focus on a very simple, okay, method that I've been using for years on Facebook. Okay, so let's talk about Facebook first and foremost. Now, most people, myself included, we started our Facebook group, our Facebook page, I should say, with the intention of doing it for like entertainment purposes, right? It's, you know, a way to talk to my friends. It's a way to see what's going on. And it's just this cool social thing. But over the course of the years, my Facebook has evolved into more of, instead of a social media, I look at it like a business media, okay? It's a platform for me to be able to make connections, to be able to build business, to pitch business ideas, to get business ideas pitched to me. And so the first thing that I would say, guys, is you want to make sure that you change your thought processes about your social media, okay? Utilize your Facebook for business media. Now, here's something that a lot of new people do. They say, well, then, Mario, can I open up a second Facebook page and one that is for business and then one that I just keep that's for me and my family? My advice to you would be no. And the reason is because you're not selling CBD. You're not selling Viseo. You're selling yourself. People buy people. People want to get in line. People want to follow people that they want to do life with, that they see some like connection with. And so when you take yourself and put you onto like this business thing, like, you know, it like, let's say it's a Mario Delgadillo, and then the next day there's another one called Mario CBD1. Because believe it or not, we've had people who have done that. It's like Mario Delgadillo. Oh no, follow me on Mario Viseo, right? Like they're like, who is this, right? And the idea is you kind of lose the X factor, which is you, when you go away from your personal page, because you want people to want to follow you. It's your face, it's your family, it's your inspiration and the content that you create on a daily basis that gets people to want to partner up, or at least even want to listen to what you have to say. So before we start talking about it, I just wanted to say that right out of the gates, guys. Now, as we go, we're going to do some screen sharing today. And I'm going to share with you my own page, okay? Because I'm going to share with you some of the things that we've learned. Oops, okay. Can you guys see this? Yeah, there we go. So first off, we're going to go to my Facebook. And I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that we have here. So let me move this over so I can see properly. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to come here to take a look at your page. All right, so have you guys ever seen, I think it's on here, maybe it's on your phone. Oh, right here. Have you ever seen this here, view as? Okay, if you click view as, you basically see your page the way someone else sees your page, okay? So, right, what I want you guys to do is I want you to spend a couple of minutes before we do anything and give your business page an overview, right? So remember, Facebook is now your business media page, not your social media page. So when you look at your page, you want to ask yourself, is this inviting, right? Is this something that if I saw, I'd want to follow this person? Okay, so I'm going to go back to view as. So the first thing I would say is you're going to go to the about. Well, not even before that. Look at your pictures. So first off, just as a rule of thumb, guys, make sure you have a picture of yourself, okay? Why? Because you're selling you. People need to know who you are. They need to know your face. They need to feel comfortable with you, okay? So first off, no pictures of like your whole family, right? Because then they won't know who's who. And if you do put it on, like sometimes you'll have a picture up of your family for Thanksgiving or for Christmas or something. But for the most part, you want to have a picture of you, okay? The second thing, okay, you don't want to have a picture of just like some random, you know, I've seen people that have like that owl or the wolf that's like howling at the moon, like a little picture, and that's their thing. Because see, if you don't have a profile picture, people will mistake you for like a spammer or like a scammer. Okay, so put a picture there. Second thing is you got to have a good picture here in the back. Okay, so if you guys don't have them, you can see that I've always put different things that are reflective of me. So this is literally, guys, I have a Mac, I have that same computer, I have that same phone, I have the same headphones, but that's not mine. I literally just found this picture online, and I ended up getting, I have a tech guy who created my logo, which is just my name and signature, and I just threw it on there, right? But it literally looks like something I could have taken a picture on my own, right? So I found this online because I was looking for, you could literally Google, okay? You could Google, you could put like wellness focused Facebook cover photo, right? Or even just feminine Facebook cover photo, or, nutrition based or fitness based Facebook cover photo, because this is called your cover. But just to give you an idea of the different things that I've had there, because see, what I look for, I look at is I want this to be something that's, like indicative of me. So for instance, this was my cover photo, but then you saw me in the front. So this is bam, like this is my whole family, right? So just a lot of different things that I've had over the years, right? Because it looks good when you come to this photo here, okay? When you come to this page, it's almost like a billboard, okay? So first off, spend a couple minutes there. Now, the other thing is when you go here, okay, I just have entrepreneur, short and simple, okay? Make sure you have something there. Do not put Viseo, a brand ambassador, okay? Because remember, we talk about never satisfy the curiosity. If what you're doing online satisfies the curiosity, it doesn't matter how many friends you have in your network, they're never going to ask you anything about your business because you've gone out and you've given too much information. So things that could be there, right? So like health and wellness advocate dash entrepreneur, or entrepreneur dash wellness and nutrition. Just something very vague, something very kind of generic, but it's something that it will, set you apart from that, okay? Now, here's the other thing. Did you guys know that you guys have what are called featured pictures? You guys know anything about that? So when you go to your page, you can adjust your featured. So if you go to edit profile, okay, so you'll see all the things here. And then it says featured. You can adjust what pictures you want to show on your featured pictures, right? And you could, add more or request more there, okay? See? So what I want you guys to do is go there and make sure that what you have there is reflective of, again, being like a billboard. Would this be something that somebody would want? See, I've got the team there in the Bahamas. Our vacation to Hawaii. I got to update that. We went to Hawaii again since then. This one here, it's an older picture. Ricky and I, okay, on the boat. So the idea is it's just about making sure that your page is inviting, because when you're dealing in cold market, guys, people that you talk to, people that you approach, they're going to go to your page first sometimes before they even answer you, just to say, hey, who is this person anyways, right? So you want to make sure that what you post, right, is something that is going to be inviting, okay? So now let's talk a little bit more about how to start building utilizing Facebook. So first off, we're going to go to friends. We're going to notice that I have 4560. Those are the amount of friends that I have, okay? How many of you guys know how many friends you have right now on Facebook? If you do, go ahead and put them in there. And if you don't, say, I don't know. Okay. 300, 2,000, 2,000, don't know. 980, I don't know. 676. Oh man, we're about to go into some massive momentum. Because Facebook allows you to have 5,000 friends. And guys, listen, 1,000 people is a lot of people. I don't think we realize that. You know, from moving from like Leanne has 1,550, okay, at least. Going from 1,550 to 3,500, 2,000 people is a massive amount of people, guys. Okay, that's a lot of connection. So what I want you to understand is that on Facebook, they allow you to get to 5,000. So if this business, okay, is a people business, okay, and this is something we've got to understand, we've got to grasp this. If this business is a people's business and we get paid, okay, and we get paid by helping people, that means that we would want to get in front of as many people as possible, right? Absolutely. So if you only have 800 friends on Facebook and you have 400 names on your phone, but we are in a people's business, wouldn't it stand to reason that you guys should be actively focusing on expanding your reach, right? Talking to new people, because we're in a people's business, and right now I have a very small amount of people that I can market to. I need to be expanding. I need to be actively expanding, like the net that I can cast. So a strategy where you are actively adding new people into your network is very important. Very, very important. However, guys, I want to ask you now, if there was a way for me to say, look, I see Chris Lee on. What's up, Chris Lee? Hey, girl. So let's say I say to Chris Lee, okay, you got 1,000 friends, and we're going to get you to 5,000. Now that's 4,000 people. What if there was a way, Chris Lee, I could say, look, there was a way for us to go and like wave a magic wand and sort through all the people in your surrounding area. And based on this magic wand, it's collecting data. And when this wand collects that data, it's going to be able to rank based on people who are more highly likely to join your business than people who are less likely. Would you want that? Right? Would you want to be able to know that the people in your network or the people that you're reaching out to, which ones are more likely to join and which ones are least likely to join? Would you guys think that that would be important? Absolutely, right? So the reason and the way that we do that is real simple, because we can strategically go out and look for certain types of people. So this is something that I tell folks often, and this is why I say sometimes this is not a guest-friendly environment, okay? This is a locker room talk, okay? We have to ask ourselves, who are we surrounding ourselves with most, okay? And usually, we are the sum of the 5 people that we hang around with most. So if the 5 people that you're hanging around with most are not where you want to be financially, that's a problem. If the 5 people that you're hanging around with most are not where you want to be spiritually, that's a problem. Same thing that goes with physical health. Are they physically fit or at least healthy where you want to be? If not, that's a problem. But here is the problem. When we get into Viseo, all we do is reach out to other people in our current network. And the people that we hang around with are not financially fit because they don't have a mentality that is different. So what happens is it's like the blind leading the blind. You don't have to raise your hand or you don't have to chime in. You can if you want. But have you guys ever brought some people into the team and then they don't do anything and they don't move and you can't get them to build, you can't get them to work, right? It's because we're bringing in people that have the same mindset. See, I got started, maybe you got started in Viseo because you wanted to change your life. You've identified that you're here and you want to go here. So I need to do something different. I can't get a different outcome by doing the same thing. So your mind changed. So you're looking to do something different to get to a different place, but then the people that you want to bring on your team to get you there are people who think the exact same way you did. Does that make sense? And then you get stuck. You kind of like spinning your wheels. You're like, man, I brought in all these people and they love it, but they just don't do anything. So what we've got to do is we have to be strategic about prospecting. Guys, prospecting is a very important part of our business. It's probably one of the most important parts of our business. Okay. But here's what I want you to understand. I'm going to try to help you to understand why right now we should all be prospecting like crazy. You guys heard me talk about it yesterday morning on our wake up call. You guys heard me talk about it last night on our training on the UCrew Nation, guys. Everybody's open right now. Everybody's looking. And we have the answer. We have the answer to people's, their needs from a perspective of, I need to get a secondary source of income. I need to get some type of hustle. But we also have their answer from the side of nutrition and wellness because we have the best products in the world. But we have about 2 months before this product launches. And when this product launches, guys, I'm promising you guys, you're going to be kicking yourself in the butt if you didn't take this serious. So now, going back to being able to qualify these people. So there are certain types of people who we can assume have certain types of characteristics, right? So I see Jeff here and I see Jackie. Jackie's a mortgage professional, very successful. Jeff's a real estate professional, very successful. Mortgage and real estate are considered self-employed, right? So let's talk about self-employed people, okay? Now, not all, but I think if I'm speaking in generalities, most self-employed people have self-discipline. Would you agree? Yeah, okay. Most, I saw some of you go, oh. That's why I said most, right? Most. We're speaking in generalities. Most self-employed people should be disciplined, right? Yeah, okay. Most self-employed people, okay, maybe they know how to work off of their own calendar, right? They know how to like put their day together, okay? Yeah, okay. Most self-employed people should have an understanding of how important personal development is, yes, right? Most self-employed people should have an idea of the value of supplemental sources of income or additional income streams, right? Yes. So the reason I'm saying this is if I was working with Chrisley to help her get from 1,000 to 5,000 people, I'm going to try to fill that pool of people with self-employed people, right? Because again, I'm speaking in generalities. For the most part, if I was going to weigh it out, I would say that a self-employed person, okay, might have more of the qualities than somebody who's never been self-employed. Does that make sense? But that's not to say, well, but Mario, I have a job and I work a 1090. I mean, I work a W-2 job and I'm in Viseo. That's not to say that people who have jobs don't get into Viseo and that they're not successful. All that is saying is that there are certain people that have characteristics that we want to look for. So if I was going to fill that pool of people and add them into my network, I want to add people into my network that are self-employed, people that maybe have owned a job, people who are six-figure earners, because six-figure earners and above in corporate have to think a little bit different. So they separate themselves from the people who are lower than the six-figure mark, okay? People who are in fitness, those are people that I want to go after. I want to add in because people who are in fitness typically believe in personal and self-development, not just physical development as well. So where am I going with this? Okay, so now let's go back to our my Facebook, okay? So for those of you guys that already have a lot of friends, because there are a couple of you guys that have a couple thousand friends, right? Let me see if I'm missing any questions here, because I know there's some questions coming in. Okay, people just answering. All right, so you guys can see my screen, I hope. Okay, so here we are. So now I'm at my friends, okay? So I wanna start reaching out to my friends on Facebook, okay? Now, when I prospect, this is just my own personal deal. When I prospect, I use my laptop, okay? Because I also utilize my notes, okay? So I'm gonna come over here and show you guys. If you have a Mac, then you know what this is, but you have a notes section, right? So I have Viseo, then I have, right? This is literally the social media post right there. I've got, this is literally a text that I can go like this. I copy it when I talk to somebody and I do paste. And that was when I just did a connect call. Those are the two calls, videos that I send out. Sign up links, home meeting invitation, brand new scripts, and cold market scripts. Guys, these are the only two scripts that I use, okay? And it's CBD and immunity. And to be brutally honest, I'm only going to be using immunity over the next 60 days because of the launch of the new product. But they're both very similar. I'm going to read the immunity one. You know, hey, Lucy, hope you're doing well and the family staying safe. We don't know one another because I'm identifying the obvious, okay? We don't know one another, but my wife and I are expanding a liposomal immunity product in your area. And I was wondering if there's any interest in learning more about the project. With the pandemic, it's going to be huge. If not, no worries. Let me know either way. Have a great day. Right? And so what that does, when I send this to a cold market person, and now there's a lot of philosophies for both sides, right? Some people will tell you when you have a cold market prospect that you should try to build some rapport. Have you guys ever heard anybody say when you're cold market prospecting, you should build some rapport? Who's heard people say that they've heard people coach and train on, you know, building a rapport? Christina, yeah? Okay, now that's one philosophy. The other philosophy is don't build a rapport if you don't intend on really building a real relationship with that person, because it comes off disingenuous, okay? So for me, and maybe this is just me, I would rather know why a stranger is knocking on my door, okay, than them be like, hey, how's it going? I'm okay. Oh, I was just walking through the neighborhood. Thought I'd stop by and say hi. Hey, yeah, see, you got some grass in the front. We got grass over at our house too. Thanks. Can I help you? Like, what do you want? Because, or somebody knocks on the door and I open it and they say, hey, my name is Mario. We don't know one another, but I live around the block. I noticed that you have a specific type of grass that I have, and I'm wondering how you like it. I'm thinking of changing it out, right? I know exactly why that person is there. He's identified himself as a stranger, but now I at least feel like, oh, yeah, it's actually called such and such grass. It's St. Augustine, and this is what we do, right? How many of you guys, see, for me, I'd rather know exactly why somebody is approaching me than the fake rapport, right? And how do we show fake rapport on Facebook? The same people that will say, hey, build rapport. Well, what they do is they'll be like, go on to this person's page and start liking their stuff. Go on to this person's page and start commenting. So it's like, hey, Leanne, cute dog. We had a dog in 1982. Have a great day. Right? And then all of a sudden, you just keep doing that. And if you're a guy and you're doing that on a female's page, right out of the gate, you're a creep. This guy's like, whoa, what? I'm married. Stop liking my stuff. And if you're a guy and you're recruiting a female, I mean, how many times can you like somebody's post before your own wife gets mad at you? Right? So, you know, so for me, it's always just about going right at it. I'm being very open about what I do. And what I do is I leave these up on my thing so I can toggle back and forth so that I can move really fast. Okay, so now let's go back here. Now, I have a lot of friends. So when I just click on here, the way the algorithm is set up, it's going to show me a lot of the friends that are kind of close to me, that I've communicated with most recently. Okay, so a lot of these people you'll see, and I'll just know off the top of my head, are either already part of our group, right? People that I've already, tried to recruit, or, so I'm not going to go for any of these people because I know I've literally tried to recruit all of these people. So one of the things that people struggle with when you start to get a bigger pool of people is that they don't know how to like get into their list, because guys, 4,500 people is really hard to go through. So this is what I started doing, because most of you don't have 4,500 or a lot. So you guys need to do two things and write this down. Number one, you should be adding more people to your network. That's objective number one. Objective number two is also prospecting. So what I'm going to show you guys today is a way to do both, okay, in a very creative way, so that when you're adding people to your network, you're adding people that have those characteristics that are a little bit higher than somebody who doesn't have those characteristics, right? We want somebody who's more likely to join your team. So how many of you guys know how to use the search feature? Does anybody know how to use this search feature? It's pretty awesome. So this is what I'm going to do. So somebody in the chat, give me a real estate company that's not one of the big ones. Like, I don't want to hear Century 21. Give me like a B-size real estate company, and I'm gonna search it up here. Reality One Group, Ely. Okay. All right. Let's say luxury. Luxury. Okay. Looks like that. Maybe be there. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. So I clicked on search. So basically, you're gonna see the filters here. Anything with that in the title or in the name is going to pull up. Okay. So what you have to do, okay, is you're going to sort this and scrub it a little bit. So right here, anything that pulls up will pull up here, and it's going to kind of be in your vicinity, in your radius, in your area. Then you could see this would be if somebody posted and made mention of it. And then this one would be people that are connected to it. So for instance, I look here and I see that Diana Mosier is already one of my friends. Okay. She's one of our leaders, but she pulled up when I typed that in. Well, let's say Julie Tate Martin. Okay. So I click on that and I'm hovering. All I did was hover on it. It kind of pulls it up. So I could see, okay, who are some of our friends? We have 40 mutual friends. Okay. We have 40 mutual friends. I might add this person. Bam. See, I just added them. Come here. Okay, picture of a dog. No, it's not. Going to keep on moving. Okay. Okay, maybe I'll add that person. Well, see, Diana Mosier's mutual. Okay, so I won't necessarily do that. See, this one's another one. Okay. Okay. Bam, maybe I'll add that one. See, but what I'm doing is I'm being strategic about adding specific types of people. But what else happens, and I'll show you guys, is you're going to go in here and it's also going to help you identify. So I'm going to put EXP, which is a realty company that's kind of going big right now. Okay. So I'm going to hit people. What you're going to see is I'm already friends with a lot of people from EXP. Okay. So look at that. So what I do is I click here, hover, and I click on that, boom. And look at, you see that, just so you guys can see that I do what I say. I practice what I preach. Okay. I sent him, hey, Jeff, hope you're doing well and staying safe. We don't know one another. See, I went with immunity on this one. And what does that mean? That little dot there, right there. That means that he saw my message and he didn't answer it. He just left me on red, and that's okay. Next one. I'm already friends with this person. Clicked on it. Bam. Same thing. You see that? You can see November 2nd. I sent it out. It was seen by him at 4:08 p.m. Bam. Okay. Keep on moving. This one, I actually asked to be my friend, and she hasn't responded. This one's the same. Carlos, he's a friend already. So let's see. I hit him up. He looked at it. Okay. So what happens though is as you continue to scroll down, you can do this, guys, with anybody or any type of business, right? So let's say I wanted to give me another. Let's say, how many of you guys know of a? I know one. Let's say Apple One. Apple One is an employment services company. Okay, so I go here, and that might not be a big enough company. Let's say Kaiser Permanente. Okay, go to people, and look at all these people here. Works as a transcriber, works at the medical center. Look at Martha Lozano. Okay, works at Kaiser. Okay. So the point is what I'm trying to say, guys, is that you can go in here and you can even put in different network marketing companies, right? So you could put in Thrive. Boom. And there's different type of network marketing companies that are in here. You could put in Amway. No, Amway's a big one. Let's do, give me a network marketing company to put in there, guys. Okay, Mary Kay. Mary Kay's a good one. Just put in Mary Kay, and then you're going to put people. Look at this. So, independent sales director, free car driver at Mary Kay. Would you guys think that that might be a good person to associate with? I think so. I might not be able to recruit that person, but, okay, I could find out who her friends are and then start getting into her friends' network and recruiting her friends. Why? Because network marketers have the same mindset that we do, right? They like multiple streams of income. They understand the idea of having, secondary sources of income. They like residual income. They like building teams. So I could go down this line. Actually, I'm going to request her. Okay. Of other people, right? Corporate sponsor leader. Okay, bam. Yeah, heck yeah. And this is a good way that I found to start adding people into your friends network that we are going to have a higher likelihood of them being wanting to listen to what we have to say. So let's see here. Hold on. Okay, see, this is somebody that Adriana, I know her. And now she's a Mary Kay consultant. I didn't know that. And look, you could see that I was trying to recruit her back in the day. So, but guys, here's why it's so important to do it this way, because it also shows friends that you have. There's no way in a million years I would have ever remembered to call Adriana. But because I'm in here, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So now I'm going to hit her up. So I'm just going to say, hey, girl. Why can't I spell? How you been? Boom. Real simple. Okay. Olivet, she's another one that I recruited way back. You could see all the numbers in there, guys. I'm always recruiting. So the idea behind this, guys, okay, is this. We're going to finish up now with some closing thoughts, okay? You guys need to have a very specific strategy on how to, hold on. You want to have a very specific strategy on what you should be doing on a daily basis with your business as it pertains to recruiting. Okay, so first of all, number one, your goal should be to go from wherever you are now on Facebook to 1,000 or 1,500 or 2,000. Okay, that's what you want. Set that goal. So then say every day, I'm going to add 100 people to my Facebook friends list. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add them based on some of the things that I am searching for. I want to search for people who are self-employed. I want to search for people who, have certain characteristics that I think might be higher, right? So not only do I want to be prospecting every day, right, which is sending out text messages, but I also need to be adding new people into my Facebook friends list every single day. So as you're doing this, so let's say today I do 100 friends, tomorrow I do 100 friends. So where do I find these people at? Okay, well, here's where you go. It's real simple. Now what you do, okay, you come back to your Facebook, go to your friends, and you click on recently added. So for instance, yesterday, okay, if you added 100 people, whoever is accepted, when you go to today to recently added, they'll be there. Okay, right here under recently added, all you do is you click here, bam. See, I haven't, look at, this is a perfect one. Works for eXp Realty, Canyon Lake, California, okay? So I'm gonna go back here. Sorry guys, I'm having trouble navigating here. I'm gonna go over here to my deal, copy it, come over here, paste it. And you always wanna put their name, and you always want to type it in on an individual basis. I know it's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but if you don't do a certain amount of keystrokes while you're sending out, you're going to go into Facebook jail. Facebook is going to treat you like you're a spammer, like you're just going to, and you don't want to do that. So even the fact that I typed all the way to the top, clicked on it, backspaced, and then typed in Cindy, that's going to keep me out of Facebook jail. So look, bam. Hey, Cindy, hope you're doing well and staying safe. We don't know one another, but my wife and I are expanding a liposomal immunity product in your area, and I was wondering if there was any interest in learning about our product. Now, okay, look at, let's just call a spade a spade. Look at, I think, looks like a pretty girl, right? Okay, well, I'm married. So what's good that I put in there? My wife and I, right? So I've actually had people say to me, like, hey man, I really appreciate that approach. There's a lot of creeps out there, and including your wife says a lot about you. Cool. Because right away, what do they want to do? They want to do business with me because I put off something that they could appreciate, that they liked. Okay. So let's, I'm going to do this as we finish because I've only got a few more minutes, but I'm going to go to a grease board in our office here, and I'm going to draw something out for you guys, like your marching orders. Okay. Hold on one sec. Over here in our new office. Hold on. All right. All right, so you guys can see the board. Awesome. Okay, so what are our daily objectives now as we finish? Real simple. Hopefully these markers work. Okay, number one, add new friends daily on Facebook. But what we want to do is we want to be strategic, okay? So you want to go after real estate professionals. So I'll tell you guys, if this is something you're doing brand new right now, real estate and mortgage are really, really good right now for recruiting. Okay. And I know I have a couple real estate agents in and they're going to be like, no, it's real estate's awesome. Everybody says real estate's awesome always. And the elites are always good. And we do have some elite people, but right now the market's a little shaky. The majority of real estate professionals aren't doing very well, but that's just like that in any industry, right? So people are open. So if I'm doing this first, I'm typing in Century 21. I'm typing in eXp Realty. I'm typing in some big mortgage lending places, right? Because these people are open, okay? They're looking. So hold on one sec. So I want to be strategic, okay? So number one, add new friends daily. So pick a total, 50 or 100 is where I would say you should be. 50 or 100 daily, but do it strategic. Go after real estate people, go after MLM people, right? Go after people who are in insurance, basically anybody who's self-employed. Okay, so search based on that. And you'll be able to start adding a bunch of people, okay? Now, when these people accept you, okay, when they accept you, you'll be able to see it right away. Go and send the immunity cold market text, okay? Immunity cold market text, real simple. Hey, I know we don't know one another, but, and you know, you put it whatever way you like, my husband and I, and listen, single gals, I would put my fiance and I, even if you don't have a fiance, just because people, especially guys, are creeps, okay? So how can you add 100 people a day and not have Facebook block you for that day? Why would they? If you're being strategic, Denise, there's no reason why they would. There's no reason why they would. Now, if you're just going through and just adding everybody and their mom, like, and you're just making no sense of it, then yeah, that's where they might look at you in a bad way. But there's no rules against adding people because they have to accept you. Okay. So number one, add 100 people a day. Be strategic about it. Number two, once they accept you, send them the immunity. If the day goes by and you're getting ready to do it tomorrow again, like let's say you put aside every day from 11 to 12 to do your business. At 11, go to your friends list, okay? Go to your friends list, and then go to recently added. When you go to recently added, anybody that you did the day before that has accepted you, like maybe even overnight or whatever, any of those people will be showing there. So then all you do is you just go there and you copy and paste and send out all the things there until you catch up. Because what will happen is you'll see all the ones, and then once you start, you'll see the ones that you had already done from the day before. So it's like a good way to like check a list every single day and then kind of catch up, right? But this is very important, guys, because all this is it's just going through the numbers. That's all it is, okay? Because there is a certain amount of our business that is just that. It's just going through the numbers. It's not about you being amazing or having this tremendous pitch. It's just about you going through the numbers and saying, hey, every day I add 100 people and I throw the line in the water to 20 people. If you guys did that every day, starting today, December 2nd, take off Christmas and you take off New Year's. If you did that every single day from now and through the end of the year, every single one of you guys would actually have momentum in your team. Every single one of you. If there's any of you guys on here right now that want to basically say, hey, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take you up on that, Mario. Okay. I'm going to add in 100 people every day. And I'm going to at least prospect 20 of them every single day from here on out for the next 30 days. And I promise you by January 1st, you guys will have an insane amount of business going because of what's happening, right? Yeah, okay, there we go. Let's go. I see some people saying I'm going to do it. There we go. I love it. It's real simple, guys. But what I would tell you to do is, if it was me, I'm an old school, old fashioned guy. Go get a notebook or a notepad, okay? Or even like a legal tablet. Draw a line down the middle of it. On the left side, put added. On the right side, put prospected. And then put number 1, which is today, okay? And then every single time you add somebody, just put a little slash there. Slash, slash. So that every day you keep track of 100 people that you've added. And then on the other side, you put a little slash when you send out the text to recruit. When you've done that, draw a line, and then tomorrow you do it again. Number 2, 100 people I've added. On the other side, 20 people I've prospected. Draw a line. We do it the next day. And you just hold it in one book every single day. And I'm telling you, not only that, guys, the sense of completion, right? You're actually going to feel like you've done something or you're doing something. Even if people aren't joining on that day or the next day, I promise you do this for a week. The second week, you're going to have a bunch of people joining your team. Because people say, yeah, can you send me more? You book a call. Then the call's in a couple days, and then they got to get on a second call or they want to get on a Zoom. It takes time to get people through our process. So if you were to start it today, you might not have anything for the first couple of days, but I promise you by Saturday, Sunday, you're going to start getting the whole week all full next week, right? So that would be my challenge to you guys, to get as many friends into your network as possible, but be specific and strategic about who you bring into the network. And then don't hesitate to just throw the line in the water, because there's as many people out there that are hungry and looking as there are going to people that are going to tell you no. And either way, it's okay, because we're just throwing the line in the water and we're moving forward. So I'm going to go ahead and have this recorded up, guys. As soon as I can, I will put it on the, yes, we're looking for the lookers, right? And so I'm going to put it on our YouTube channel. I'll post it back out on our WhatsApp. But have a great day, guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. for our wake-up call. If we don't have any calls already on the books for you guys, God bless. Be safe, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.